Part 9. Dimensional Chosen, Only I Know Saitama is the Strongest. Author, Mungbean Garden. Chapter 81. The next day. The 47th Joint Entrance Examination of 100 schools has officially begun. This world is facing the danger of alien beasts. The human government needs strong men to fight against the alien beasts. With the strong promotion of the government, events such as the freshman competition have become a grand event that attracts the attention of all mankind. Then, starting a few days ago, the internet, news media, TV stations, all channels began to promote it overwhelmingly. Especially today, the freshman competition has dominated all the news headlines. Countless people are looking forward to the start of the freshman competition. A real eye-catcher. Early morning. Starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, there were a large number of people walking towards the forbidden area of the canyon. Among these people, there are TV reporters, official leaders, internet celebrity anchors who come to live broadcast, celebrities from all walks of life. In short, this is a great event. Attention from all walks of life. When Fang Ye followed the school's instructors and walked into the forbidden area of the canyon, he saw that the audience stage was already full of people. Crowds of people. Not to mention the seats, even the aisle next to it was packed to the brim. At least tens of thousands of people were crowded here. If it weren't for the police officers who came to maintain order, there would probably be countless people outside trying to squeeze in. Before the game even started, all kinds of noises started to sound. Countless people are discussing which school can stand out and become this year's champion. The entire forbidden area is like a huge venue, extremely lively at the moment. Which college is this team from? I don't know him either. It's probably not a well-known and good school. Are the people from Wushan Academy here? How? Do you still want to win against the people from Martial Arts Academy? Then just wait and cry. Brother, do you have any inside information? Tell me about it. Haha, several powerful students from Wushan Academy died unexpectedly in the Forbidden Area number 3, so this time, they will definitely not win the championship. Is there such a thing? Since Wushan College is so unlucky, then this year's champion should be born from Tianyuan University and Jingcheng University, right? Damn it! I spent tens of thousands of dollars on Martial Arts Academy, wouldn't I be in serious trouble this time? Brother, if you still have some money left, hurry up and apply for another school. If you win, at least you won't lose a lot. I hope there will be a dark horse this year. Countless discussions came to Fang Ye's ears. The huge forbidden area venue was as noisy as a vegetable market. In addition to the citizens who came to watch the game, almost all of the well-known news media also came. Reporters and anchors with cameras were everywhere, and there were many television cameras overhead. Fang Ye could feel that several of his classmates were a little nervous. There are just too many people. Under the gaze of so many eyes, if you don't perform well, you may die directly. At this time, a woman in formal attire stepped forward and guided Fang Ye and others. For those participating in the competition, please go this way. Yan Tai gave everyone an encouraging look. Go. Come on. Fang Ye Suzuki and others followed the woman to the backstage lounge. In the lounge, there were already many students from other schools. It was 9 o'clock in the morning. The host of the TV station appeared in the center of the venue and said to the camera, "Good morning, all viewers. Welcome everyone to watch the annual 100 Schools Joint Entrance Examination live broadcast. I am the host Joe Bin. Next, I will broadcast the event live for everyone. You can see that behind me, all the auditoriums are packed, and there are many social celebrities and important leaders. This shows how important this year's 100 School Joint Entrance Examination competition is. The competition time starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. Now is the drawing ceremony of each school team. They will decide the opponents in the first round based on the results of the drawing. The drawing ceremony is fair and impartial, and we will witness the start of the competition under the gaze of 1 billion viewers across the country. Now, please invite the captain of each team to come on stage and draw lots. After the host finished speaking, the entire venue suddenly burst into warm applause. Amidst the huge applause, Suzuki took a deep breath and followed the captains of other school teams to the high platform to draw lots. The host was doing it beside him. Commentary. He will immediately announce loudly who has drawn whom. After drawing the lots, all the captains returned to the backstage and began to prepare for the game. As soon as Suzuki came back, he was surrounded by classmates. "Zikiu, who did you draw?" a girl couldn't wait to ask. This girl named Zhao Shennan is Suzuki's roommate. She has received a purple mission evaluation in the number 2 forbidden area before and is one of the outstanding students of Wushan Academy. Suzuki said it's Dongyi Academy. Hearing Suzuki's words, the students immediately started talking about it. Dongyi Academy? I seem to have heard of it. Is this college strong? I know, this school is not a famous school, but it is much more famous than our Wushan College. It can be regarded as a medium-sized school. Are their students very good? It's hard to say, but it's almost certain that all of their participating representatives have heroic talents. Hearing this, the others' faces became serious. It is recognized that they have heroic talent and are much better than ordinary people. Of course. They may not lose, because they also have 2 trump cards. Fang Yet. With Suzuki. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. In the center of the venue, the host announced loudly the competition has begun, the first round of the first round, between Blue Wing Academy and Fengming Academy. As the host's announcement fell, everyone was in high spirits and looked towards the center of the venue. Looking in mid-air. Next moment, a magical scene appeared. I saw a holographic reflection of the Canyon of Kings appearing in mid-air in the center. This is naturally a phenomenon in forbidden areas. Humans have not yet mastered such technology. Next, everyone can see that in the Canyon of Kings, there are 2 teams appearing in the springs of their respective camps. I believe everyone can see that both teams are ready. The host's voice resounded throughout the forbidden area. Next, let's invite the famous commentator Mr. Zhou Zhenghua to explain the game process between the 2 sides. Lounge. Fang Ye could also see the projection in mid-air. A look of interest appeared on his face. Although during this period, he also watched many previous game videos on the internet. But seeing it with my own eyes, the feeling is still different. The other students were all staring at the projection. By watching other people's matches, you can collect information about the opponent's players. No one wants to miss it. Next. Game start. Both sides adopted conventional tactics, which was to defend 2 routes and attack 1. The participating students from these 2 schools were of equal strength, and the game was very exciting. After 20 minutes of fighting, Blue Wing Academy finally came out on top, wiping out the opponent in one wave and successfully taking the crystal. Snapped! Snapped! The entire venue burst into warm applause. The audience was hooked. In fact, the participating students on both sides have heroic talents. You come and I go back and forth, and the fight is very exciting. This year's contestants from Blue Wing Academy are all amazing. Yes. The special move that the sword wielder used just now seemed to be Atomic Slash. The suitable hero should be one of the Atomic Samurai disciples. If we meet Blue Wing Academy, are there any chances of winning? All we can do is go all out and leave it to fate. Fang Ye could hear that the confidence of the students around him was a little bit shaken after watching the game at Blue Wing Academy. The second game began. This time it was 2 bunches of rookies pecking each other, which was far from the first. Each game was exciting. Then came the third and fourth games, about an hour later. The host announced loudly again, first round, Game 12, Dongai Academy vs Wushan Academy. Invite players from both sides to come on stage. Dimensional chosen, only I know Saitama is the strongest. Author, Mungbean Garden. Chapter 82. Hear the host's announcement. Fangya and others walked out of the break. This way please. There was a dedicated receptionist at the door. Under the leadership of the receptionist, Fangya, Suzuki and others came to a magical door. The door was full of green light, and it was difficult to see what was inside. The receptionist said invite the 5 participants to enter. Hearing this, Fangya took the first step and walked into the green light door. Seeing this, the other 4 team members immediately followed. The green light in front of them flashed away. The next moment, Fangya found that he had arrived at a place on the stone platform. Directly in front of you is a huge crystal. Obviously, this is the crystal that you need to protect. Seeing that you have arrived in the Canyon of Kings with your own eyes, Fangya was filled with emotion. When he was playing with King Pesticide in his previous life, he was a millionaire. Unexpectedly, one day, I would actually be able to fight in real life in the Canyon of Kings. Later, Suzuki and others also appeared one by one. These people were all freshmen and had never been to the Canyon of Kings. They couldn't help but look around. He looked down. At this time, a majestic voice resounded throughout the canyon. Please note, the countdown is 10 seconds. Suzuki immediately said to everyone, this time we adopt conservative tactics, defend on 2 sides and attack on the other. Shennan, you guard the top lane, Fangya, you guard the middle lane, and the rest of you, follow me to the bottom lane, and we attack. This is the strategy that Suzuki has discussed with everyone a long time ago. Originally, Suzuki's suggestion was to let Fang take the main attack. It was just rejected by Fangya. In the first game, Fangya planned to get familiar with the scene in the Canyon of Kings first. He only needs to get 7 heads and destroy the middle by the way. If Suzuki really can't stand it anymore, it won't be too late for Fangya to take action. 3, 2, 1. As the countdown ended, the green light curtain blocking everyone also disappeared. The game officially began. Come on, everybody! Suzuki shouted, leading 2 people and running quickly towards the lower road. Her roommate Zhao Shennan was a very big female man and went to the upper road alone. Fangya walked slowly towards the middle road. Go. Outside. Everyone who was watching the live broadcast also saw the scattered deployment of the 5 people. The commentator named Zhou Zhenghua immediately said loudly, now the 2 sides have begun to take action, and judging from the positioning of their players, both sides have chosen traditional tactics, 2 on defense and 1 on offense. However, Wushan Academy chose to attack the lower lane and defend the middle and upper lanes. Dongai Academy chose to attack the middle and defend the upper and lower lanes. Now it's interesting. Under normal circumstances, when encountering this phenomenon, it depends on which side has a stronger attack path and can defeat the opponent faster. Hearing Zhou Zhenghua's explanation, the spectators who were watching the match between the 2 sides were also talking about it. Ha ha ha, the strategies of both sides are the same, but the attack paths they choose are different. This is interesting. What's the point? Just because of the Martial Saint Academy, do you still want to compete with Dongai Academy? Brother, are you afraid you haven't woken up? What happened to Wushan Academy? It was a low-ranking pheasant university. Almost all the students there were ordinary people. Although Dongai University was not a famous school, it at least recruited a few people with heroic talents. Yes. In previous years, the Wushan Academy was eliminated in the first round, and this year will definitely be no exception. Damn it, I didn't know that Wushan Academy was so rubbish. Are you right? Didn't I say that this year Wushan Academy produced 2 talents? He even got the highest mission rating in the forbidden area. Is it fake news? Haha, at first glance, This kind of news is fake news brought out by the unscrupulous media to fool people and attract attention, so you will believe it. Alright? It's a shame that I was looking forward to this game just now. I might as well take a nap to watch the rookies pecking each other. You can't say that. You're here, so take a good look and don't waste your ticket money. Comments from the outside world. Of course, everyone in the King's Canyon doesn't know. Fang Ye looked left and right along the way, seemingly curious about his surroundings. I have to be curious. He had seen the Canyon of Kings countless times on his mobile phone in his previous life, and had long since remembered it. However, it feels really different to see the real-scale Kings Canyon with your own eyes. What Fang Ye didn't know was that at this moment, there was a plan against him, slowly approaching. Opposite. The middle road of Dong Ai Academy. The three of them were walking quickly. One of them suddenly said, Xiao Li, when we get to the middle lane later, you can think of a way to lure out the people on the opposite middle lane first. Lao Li and I will outflank him from the grass on both sides. As long as he is out of the energy tower cordon range, just kill him first, try to get within the first wave of troops, and capture the first tower. Upon hearing this, the girl named Xyli nodded and said, understood. So the three of them dispersed. Xyli continued to move forward. The other two people went around to the wild areas on both sides, passed through the wild areas, and quickly hid in the grass on both sides of the middle route. At this time, Fang Ye had just arrived at the second tower. He saw three mechanical soldiers appearing, lining up, and striding forward in a majestic manner. Each mechanical soldier holds a weapon in his hand. The first two are holding knives, and the last one is holding a bow and arrow. Fang Ye was standing next to them, and the three mechanical soldiers ignored him without even looking at Fang Ye, and walked forward without looking back. It seems that these three mechanical soldiers are indeed simple robots that operate according to fixed programs. Looking at the backs of the three mechanical soldiers, Fang Ye's curiosity aroused. He walked quickly to the third mechanical soldier and blocked its path, wanting to see what the mechanical soldiers would do. As a result, the mechanical soldier just moved 2 steps to the side, bypassed Fang Ye, and continued to follow the team. Because everything in the Canyon of Kings is broadcast live in real time. Therefore, what Fang Ye did just now was all seen by the viewers watching the live broadcast outside. It seems that the student from Wushan Academy who is responsible for guarding the middle road has a childish heart, the commentator suppressed a smile and said. Of course the commentator also knows about Wushan Academy. It is just a low-level garbage pheasant university. Every year they come to participate in the competition, they are cannon fodder. However, even so, like this year, there are students who make fun of the mechanical soldiers. This is the first time. After hearing the explanation, the audience burst into laughter. Only a few teachers from Wushan Academy looked a little ugly. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Dimensional Chosen, only I know Saitama is the strongest. Author, Mung Garden. Chapter 83. Ha ha ha, this student from Wushan Academy actually thought of teasing the robot soldiers during the competition. It really made me laugh. This guy probably knew that he was about to lose. So I just broke the jar and threw it away. Wushan College is indeed a pheasant university, this student is really weird. Across from Dong Ai Academy, there are 3 people coming in the middle, right? Let's see how this guy dies. How else to die? It will definitely be killed instantly. Countless people in the audience were talking about. In the Canyon of Kings. Fang Ye finally arrived at the third energy tower in the middle. The mechanical soldiers of both sides have already started fighting in the middle of the line. Certainly. The battle of the mechanical soldiers is very rigid. You hit me with a sword, and the power is small, and there is nothing to see. At this time, a female student appeared on the opposite side of the road. She glanced at Fang Ye first, and then concentrated on clearing the troops. She held a long knife in her hand and chopped off a mechanical soldier in a few strokes. In the Canyon of Kings, you can use cold weapons, but not hot weapons. After killing a mechanical soldier, the girl looked at Fang Ye provocatively. Fang Ye suddenly smiled. The other party's acting skills were so poor that he could tell at a glance that something was wrong. Afterwards, Fang Ye walked out. He wanted to see what the other party was up to. And when the female student saw Fang Ye coming out, her eyes suddenly lit up. He probably didn't expect that the student from Wushan Academy would be fooled so easily. The female student deliberately raised her finger at Fang Ye again, as if she wanted to challenge Fang Ye to a duel. Fang Ye smiled and continued walking towards the other party. Outside world. The voice of the commentator sounded. This contestant from Wushan Academy is very wary. He has no idea that there is an ambush waiting for him at Dong Ai Academy. It seems that the first blood of this game is about to appear. Yet. The audience also saw Fang Ye's stupid look, and they all complained. What happened to Wushan Academy this year? Get such a bad student. Yes. Although Wushan Academy was at the bottom in previous years, at least the students who came to compete still had basic qualities. There's nothing you can do if you're not as skilled as others, but you shouldn't be so stupid. I feel like this student might be expelled from Wushan Academy after he returns. If I were the principal, I wouldn't want students like this. It would bring shame to the school. A pheasant university, or a private school that you can attend if you have money, do you still expect Wushan Academy to win the championship? Stop talking and watch the game. People from Dong Ai Academy are about to take action. Dong Ai Academy is really going to take action. Now. Fang Ye had already reached the middle of the road, far away from the energy tower's cordon. The girl looked at Fang Ye with a hint of disdain and ridicule. Fang Ye suddenly laughed and said calmly, "You lured me out. Was there someone ambushing you? Now that I'm standing here, why don't you take action?" Hearing this, the girl trembled slightly. Shock. She didn't expect that Fang Ye had already seen through her plan. Unexpectedly, Fang Ye would dare to leave the tower even though he knew someone was ambushing him. Could it be that the other party is already planning to break the pot and give up the vote? Just when the girl was confused, a voice suddenly sounded in her earphones. Do it. The next moment, two people rushed out of the grass on both sides of the middle road at the same time and rushed towards Fang Ye quickly. Seeing this, the girl didn't have time to think too much. She raised the long knife in her hand and rushed towards Fang Ye. Facing the three people, during the siege, Fang Ye remained calm and unhurried. I heard that everyone in the Canyon of Kings can only feel 30% of their usual pain. It will hurt a little later, please bear with it. Throwing these words aside, Fang Ye finally took action. Puff. Burning flames ignited from the palms of his hands. Then, Fang Ye held his fist, pointed it at the girl in front of him, and punched out. Call. A ball of flame suddenly erupted from Fang Ye's fist, attacking the girl like a cannonball. The fire fist was very fast. The girl had no time to dodge. She could only stare with her eyes wide open and witness the flames hitting her body. Boom. There was an explosion. The girl was blown to pieces directly, and she could not die anymore. Instant kill. Of course, the girl would not really die. Her body fell to the ground and disappeared quickly. In just 10 seconds, she can be resurrected in the spring water at the back. The first blood of this game appeared. But it was not Fang Ye from Wushan Academy who died, but someone from Dong Ai Academy. The two students who rushed over saw Fang Ye instantly. His teammates fell instantly, and they were all shocked. However, they had rushed to Fang Ye's side at this moment, and they had to shoot. Although they were surprised that there were such masters in Wushan Academy, they still gritted their teeth. Rush up. Anyway, you will be resurrected if you die. I'm afraid of nothing. The two of them are on the left and the right, forming a pincer attack on each other. They have been rehearsing for a long time and have a tacit understanding. They know what to do with just one look. It's too late to say, hurry up then. A strong man on the left took advantage of Fang Ye's fist to retract, and suddenly pounced on Fang Ye, hugging Fang Ye, trying to use his brute force to restrict Fang Ye's movements. The one on the right, the young man showed the iron claw tied to his right hand and grabbed Fang Ye's forehead with one claw. This was a sure kill move. They were confident that they could kill the student who knew how to play with fire with one strike. Call. The sound of breaking through the air came to Fang Ye's ears. Even so, he still looked calm. The flame power has the characteristics of explosion. Not only does the fire fist explode when it attacks others, Fang Ye can also make it in his hands. The flames could explode at any time. Fang Ye's hands were ignited with flames, and then they were held together. Burst. Fang Ye shouted lowly. Boom. With an explosion, a large amount of fire broke out from Fang Ye's hands, and instantly expanded into a ball of fire, engulfing all three people. When the fire dissipated, only Fang Ye was left unharmed. The remaining two, a student from Dong Ai Academy, was lying quietly on the ground, his whole body charred. 3 kills. Dimensional chosen, only I know Saitama is the strongest. Author, Mung Garden. Chapter 84. Now Fang Ye's spiritual attribute is close to 400. After half a month of training, it has increased a bit. Such mental attributes can definitely dwarf all the new students. Even the geniuses from Martial Arts Academy may not have as high a mental attribute as Fang Ye's when all attributes are added together. With such mental attributes, the destructive power of the flames exploded is astonishing. It's definitely not something these freshmen can resist. Kong Fang Ye deliberately ambush to counterattack and kill the enemy. Or a wave of 3 kills. It sounds slow, but in fact, the whole process happened in a few seconds. It's overwhelmingly fast. All enemies. They were all killed instantly with one move. Now Fang Ye's spiritual attribute is close to 400. After half a month of training, it has increased a bit. Such mental attributes can definitely dwarf all the new students. Even the geniuses from Martial Arts Academy may not have as high a mental attribute as Fang Ye's when all attributes are added together. With such mental attributes, the destructive power of the flames exploded is astonishing. It's definitely not something these freshmen can resist. Just as the 2 charred corpses on the ground slowly disappeared and were resurrected by the spring water, Suzuki's voice came from Fang Ye's earphones. Shen Nan, Fang Ye, the opponent's main team is not on my side, you should be careful. Suzuki reminded him at this time, but it was a step too late. Fang Ye smiled faintly and said nothing. At this time, a rich announcement sounded in the Canyon of Kings. Contestant Fang Ye single killed contestant Han Li. Contestant Fang Ye double killed contestant Lu Zhenqi. Contestant Fang Ye killed contestant Li Mingliang 3 times. The sound of the announcement was very loud. Not only can everyone in the Canyon of Kings hear it, but all outside viewers, as well as countless viewers in front of TV sets across the country, can hear it clearly. Suzuki, who had just been reminded, was stunned. Zhao Shennan, who was on the road, was also stunned. Everyone else was stunned, the outside world. Both the commentators and the audience were stunned. Suzuki and others were fine. At least they know that Fang Ye is not simple. The spectators outside were really shocked. They never expected that things would take such a big turn. Fang Ye, who clearly looked certain to die, in the blink of an eye. I got the first blood and 3 kill achievements. It's so unbelievable. Damn it. What just happened? Damn it. Is this a counterattack? Or counter kill 3? It's so shocking. I didn't expect such a surprise at all. It was indeed a surprise. No one expected that the student from Wushan Academy could actually have the power of fire. That student from Martial Saint Academy is too fierce, right? 3 people ambushed him, and not only killed him directly, but they were all instant kills. Really fierce. Such a fierce attack power is considered a genius even in the Martial God Academy. What I'm curious about isn't Wusheng College Pheasant University? Why is the student with the talent for fire still staying at Wushan Academy? By the way, which hero's talent is this fire ability inherited from? Why don't I remember that there are heroes who can use fire? I never expected such a reversal, I never expected it. Listen to the report just now, this student is called Fang Ye, right? I remember him. Maybe it's this year's dark horse. Handsome. The scene just now was definitely the most classic counterattack. I have a video of it later and I want to save it forever. Awesome. This year's Wushan Academy is going to be very popular. What about the people who just looked down on the Martial Saint Academy? Why didn't you say anything? Stop asking, my face hurts. Ha ha ha, good job Fang Ye, I knew this guy was easily fooled and must be holding back his bad intentions, Yan Tai laughed. The dean sighed. Now I understand why the principal wanted to keep Fang Ye despite offering such good conditions. This kid is really awesome. Another teacher said. It's awesome, but his behavior of deliberately falling into a trap is still a bit risky. Since Fang Ye is so powerful, why not let him be the main attacker? Another teacher asked. Yan Tai said this is a tactic they formulated themselves. Maybe it is used to confuse their opponents. No matter what, with Fang Ye here, our Wushan Academy will definitely be in a good place this year, concluded the teaching director. There are actually such students in Wushan Academy. With his ability, it's more than enough to go to Martial Arts Academy, right? Leader, you don't know something. This student named Fang Ye is a C-level hero. As for his fire talent, he got it in the Forbidden Area No. 2. Oh? Is he the student who got the highest task evaluation? Leader, you have a very good memory. He is right. Almost everyone in the audience was talking about Fang Ye. It was Fang Ye's performance just now that amazed everyone, even more astonishing. No one expected it. In a low-class pheasant university, there is such a strong new student. Until now. Only then did the commentator react and said loudly and excitedly, it's really surprising. Fang Ye, a contestant from Wushan Academy, actually killed 3 of his opponents in an ambush. Unexpectedly, there is such a real dragon hidden in the Holy Academy. I am looking forward to the next game more and more. This is the first contestant to get 3 kills since the start of the competition. Fang Ye also gave us the most exciting battle so far. Let us give applause to Fang Ye, okay. Hearing this, the whole venue burst into warm applause. In the Canyon of Kings. Fang Ye, what happened just now? Have you met their main team? Suzuki's voice sounded. Fang Ye said truthfully, the 3 of them squatted on me, they should be their main force, right? Hearing Fang Ye's words, the other team members gasped. 3 people squatted down and you still got killed? Just be a human being. Need support? Suzuki asked again. Need not. Fang Ye said, I can protect myself here. You just have to follow the plan. Suzuki stopped insisting. She knew how powerful Fang Ye was. Since Fang Ye said he didn't need support, he definitely didn't need it. Okay, let me make progress faster. Lu Qiangshen, Zheng Bing, you accompany me to the wild area to fight Red, Suzuki gave the order. The red buff monster can increase the attack power, with a time limit. Suzuki obviously wants to attack the bottom lane to relieve Fang Ye a little pressure. Dimensional chosen, only I know Saitama is the strongest. Author, Mungbean Garden. Chapter 85. Just when Fang Ye was preparing to win the game in one go, The Dung Ai Academy opposite was already in a quarrel. "What's going on with you three?" A team member from Dung Ai Academy couldn't help but said on the communication channel, "It's only been less than a minute since the game started, and you gave the opponent a triple kill?" Lu Genki, who had just died, was resurrected and said, "Damn it, you can't blame me, little did I know that a mere pheasant university could have such powerful freshmen." The other dead Li Mingliang also followed up and said, "That's right, the damage of that boy's firepower is too high. With that kid here, we might be in big trouble in this game. No matter how big the trouble is, we have to find a way to get through it. If we are eliminated in the first round, do you still have the nerve to go back? The instructor will not let us go either." "That's true, but it's really hard to handle now. Our tactics need to change." "That's right. Since this kid is so powerful, the main attack route cannot be placed in the middle. Choose the top or bottom lane." When Han Li, who had just died, heard this, she immediately asked, "What should I do?" Captain Lu Genki said, "Xiao Li, I can only leave you in the middle, don't confront that kid head on, just hide under the tower and drag him away if you can." "That's easy for you to say." Han Li shouted, "That guy can kill me with one move, how do you want me to delay him? If you can't hold off, you have to hold off. If it really doesn't work, you can give up the first two towers. Just keep the Highland Tower." "I won't do it." "But Han Li disagreed. When I died just now, it hurt me to death, I want to change the line, who wants to drag myself here, I don't want to be killed again." At this time, all the participating team members of Dung Ai Academy received the information that the middle tower was under attack, which immediately shocked these people. "Oops! This guy is attacking the middle tower. Stop dawdling and get out of here quickly. Don't let people push the tower directly. Xiaoli, I beg you, brother, please feel aggrieved for this competition. When the competition is over, I will buy you a brand name bag. How about it?" "Captain, then you keep your word." Finally, Han Li was taken care of in the middle. The defenders in the bottom lane suddenly shouted again, "No, the opponent's main force is attacking the bottom lane. The three of them, fuck, the girl on the opposite side's archery is so fierce, it hurts. It's so high, please help me, I can't hold it anymore." At this time, Fang Ye is attacking the energy tower in the middle. He had just cleared away the mechanical soldiers on the opposite side, and his own mechanical soldiers ran under the energy tower, and the energy tower also changed from defense mode to attack mode. The energy tower's attack damage is indeed very high. An ordinary mechanical soldier can only survive for 5 seconds before being destroyed. Fang Ye tried to attack with Fire Fist, but found that his Fire Fist could only knock out 1/7 of the health of the energy tower. The health bar can be seen in the energy tower. He needs 7 punches to destroy an energy tower. You know, with Fang Ye's current mental attributes, one move Fire Fist is astonishingly powerful, no worse than a real individual missile. Otherwise, the enemy would not have been killed just now. The energy tower can have such defensive power, which is already very powerful. With the death of the 2 mechanical soldiers, Fang Ye also stopped attacking the energy tower. At this time, the first energy tower in the enemy's middle lane had already lost more than half of its health by Fang Ye. It didn't take long. The second wave of troops appeared and met in the middle. Fang Ye began to clear the line of troops. His flame damage is high and he can kill a mechanical soldier in almost one move. Later, Fang Ye discovered that there was a girl under the energy tower opposite. She was poking around, wanting to come over to clear the enemy line, but she seemed afraid to leave the tower. This girl was naturally the girl who had just given first blood to Fang Ye. Fang Ye smiled and ignored her when he saw the other party hiding behind the energy tower. Soon, he just cleared out 3 mechanical soldiers. Our own mechanical soldiers, having lost their enemy, walked quickly towards the energy tower. Fang Ye followed behind, and when the energy tower began to attack the mechanical soldiers, he immediately launched an attack on the energy tower. At this time, Fang Ye himself also stood on the cordon of the energy tower. This is the rule in the Canyon of Kings. You must stand in the cordon of the energy tower for attacking the energy tower to be effective. Seeing Fang Ye attacking the energy tower, Han Li finally couldn't help it anymore. If she didn't stop him, the first energy tower would be destroyed. Thinking of this, Han Li rushed out. However, the target of Han Li's attack was not Fang Ye, but 3 mechanical soldiers. Han Li is also a smart person and knows that the military line is the trouble. As long as the military line is gone, Fang Ye will be defeated by the energy tower. Seeing Han Li slashing at the mechanical soldier with her hand, Fang Ye smiled faintly. Do you really think he wouldn't dare to attack anyone under the tower? He had already tried it just now and was attacked by an energy tower. Really? The energy tower does a lot of damage. However, it is still not easy to break his current defense. In other words, the energy tower does not pose a great threat to the opponent's karma. Fang Ye can definitely jump over the tower and kill people, and then walk out calmly. Call. A huge fireball flew out from Fang Ye's fist and directly attacked Han Li, who was clearing the troops. Ah! Han Li only had time to let out a scream, received the lunchbox, and was blown to pieces. The energy tower immediately launched an attack on Fang Ye. Fang Ye resisted the attack of the energy tower, and then quickly jumped out of the energy tower. Warning line. Although he is not afraid of the attack of the energy tower, he still has to show off. After all, he is live broadcasting now. If he has been standing under the tower and was beaten by the energy tower but did not die, wouldn't it make people doubt his physique? Flame, the damage is already so high. If the physique is still astonishingly high, it will definitely arouse others' suspicion. It is impossible for someone who has only experienced 2 trips to the Forbidden Land to have so many attributes. Contestant Fang Ye single-killed contestant Han Li. The voice of the broadcast resounded throughout the Canyon of Kings again. In terms of Fang Ye's record, he also got 4 kills. As long as you get 3 more, the basic super achievement of this game will be completed. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Dimensional Chosen, only I know Saitama is the strongest. Author, Mungbean Garden. Chapter 86. Contestant Fang Ye destroyed the energy tower in the middle. Along with the huge announcement, the whole stadium heard the sound. Damn it! A tower is gone so soon? Lu Genki, the captain of Dong Ai Academy, said loudly. Xyli, what are you doing? What to do? I been dropped by him in seconds, okay. The team member named Han Li said with full of grievance that guy's damage is frighteningly high. Even under the tower, the defense of the items is increased, but he still drops them instantly with one move. I told you, you couldn't hold him back and you just didn't listen. Now that the tower is gone, you still blame me? Woo woo woo. After talking about it, Han Li started crying in a grieved manner. Several team members all had headaches from Han Li's crying. The captain said quickly, okay, Xyli, don't cry now, 2 bags. When the game is over, regardless of the result, win or lose, I will buy you 2 bags. Now, stop crying. Upon hearing the 2 bags, Han Li immediately stopped crying and remained silent. Captain, you still have a way, some team members laughed. Captain Lu Genki said speechlessly, do you still have the heart to laugh? You can switch lines with Xyli later. Let her hit the road. Well? Captain, isn't this bad? My strength is the weakest among you. Even the weakest one has to go up, otherwise would the middle lane be necessary? Isn't your slingshot very powerful? Just hide behind the tower and use your slingshot to clear the line of troops. I don't ask you to hold that kid back, as long as you don't let him invade the middle too quickly, go ahead. Alright. Outside world. It seems that Dong Ai Academy is in big trouble. The voice of the commentator sounded in the middle lane on both sides. Wushan Academy has completely gained the upper hand and is showing a crushing attitude. If Dong Ai Academy doesn't think of a way, the middle lane will encounter a huge crisis. You don't even need a commentator to remind you. Audiences watching the live broadcast, even a fool can see that Dong Ai's middle lane is about to die. I lost it. This student in the middle of Wushan Academy is so fierce, he can kill people immediately under the tower. Yes. The damage was so high that I even doubted whether this guy was a new student. Are you a fool? If I'm not a freshman, can I come here to compete? You can't get in through that door alone. I feel like Dong Ai Academy is going to lose. We are definitely going to lose, and the bottom lane is about to be destroyed. It depends on whether Dong Ai Academy can think of better tactics next. Haha, with such a big gap in strength, it's useless no matter how good your tactics are. In fact, the real difference in strength is the mid laner from Wushan Academy. Everyone else is fine. The shooter in the bottom lane of Wusheng Academy is also pretty good. The archery skills are superb and the damage is high. The audience is talking a lot. Although the game has only started for a few minutes, everyone can see that the situation here at Dong Ai Academy is not good. In the canyon, Fang Ye has arrived at the foot of the second energy tower. At this time, he saw a person appear on the opposite side. But she is not the girl before, but a young man. This young man was also sneaky, hiding behind the energy tower and only occasionally peeking at Fang Ye. Fang Ye's sharp eyes saw the slingshot in the young man's hand. Slingshot. Fang Ye was confused. He didn't remember that there was a hero who used a slingshot in One Punch Man. Of course, although Fang Ye knows the plot, he doesn't know all the heroes in One Punch Man. It can even be said that Fang Ye only knows a few of the heroes in One Punch Man. He knows all the S-level heroes, and also knows a few A-level heroes. When it comes to B-level, he only knows Hell Fubuki. He doesn't know whether this young man inherited the hero's talent or developed the slingshot attack method by himself. Soon, the military line appeared. Fang Ye stood at the edge of the opponent's energy tower and began to clean up the mechanical soldiers. After clearing the military line, Fang Ye suddenly turned around and left the position of the middle tower. What he did? Not only does it confuse the opponent, it also makes it difficult for outside audiences to understand. What does this guy in the middle of Wushan Academy want to do? Why don't you push it through in one go? The middle lane on the Dong Ai Academy side should be unstoppable, right? Who knows what this guy is thinking? Man, this is a game. So willful. Look at the bottom lane, the main forces of both sides are starting to work. I don't look at the bottom lane, it's just noobs pecking each other, what's so interesting about it? I just look at this great guy in the middle. Yes, this guy always surprises me. I want to see what this guy is going to do. Countless spectators are talking about it. At this time, Fang Ye, after his performance just now, has attracted the attention of most of the spectators and has become the focus of the competition. His every move will attract the attention of the spectators. The commentator also saw Fang Ye's actions, but he couldn't tell what Fang Ye wanted to do by giving up a great advantage. So, he could only say it seems that the middle road of Wushan Academy is different again. There is a new plan, everyone, look at the bottom lane. The main players on both sides are about to start a 3v3 battle. In the canyon, Fang Ye went directly to the opposite jungle area and saw the red buff. In fact, he didn't have any advanced plans. His purpose is to explore and become familiar with this canyon. As a former King Pesticide player, Fang Ye has special emotions for this canyon that ordinary people cannot understand. The mysterious Forbidden Land almost completely restores the Canyon of Kings. So, of course he wanted to explore it. This is only the first round, and the opponent is relatively weak. Later, when he encounters a strong opponent, Fang Ye can't be so willful. Red Buff is a ferocious monster with bright red color and eyes like fire. This monster looks very scary and intimidating. But Fang Ye is not worried. Since Suzuki was able to kill the Red Buff with the cooperation of his team members before, Fang Ye can naturally do the same. At this time, the Red Buff also noticed Fang Ye and roared at Fang Ye, seeming to threaten Fang Ye not to come near. Fang Ye smiled slightly, raised his fist, and launched a fire fist move. The surging flame shells directly attacked the Red Buff. Boom! The fire exploded, forming a sea of fire on the Red Buff. The health bar on the head of the Red Buff instantly lost a large amount, leaving less than 1/5. Fang Ye was a little surprised. This Red Buff is a bloody savage. It was so thick that it could withstand his fire punch. Then, Fang Ye walked over and lightly added another punch, successfully harvesting the Red Buff's life. The moment the Red Buff fell, there was a red light, it fell on Fang Ye. Suddenly, Fang Ye felt that his body seemed to be filled with a mysterious power. Is this the increase brought by the Red Buff, so strong? Fang Ye was secretly shocked. He guessed that the increase in Red Buff should not be fixed, but increase based on the percentage of one's own strength. The stronger the strength, the greater the increase. For someone like Fang Ye, the increase is terrifying. After killing the Red Buff, he could vaguely see a huge shadow outline in front of Fang Ye. The person in that position must be a tyrant, right? Fang Ye's eyes flashed and he walked towards the tyrant. Outside world. Seeing Fang Ye's actions, all the audience were talking. One move almost eliminated the Red Buff, the damage was simply explosive. No wonder, those people from Dong'ai Academy who besieged him just now were instantly killed. The damage was too high. Do freshmen have such high damage? Isn't that outrageous? Haha, you may not know who this new student is. His name is Fang Ye, and he is the first person in history to receive the highest mission evaluation, twice. If he adds all attributes to his spirit, it is possible to have such high damage. It seems that I have heard rumors about this person on the internet before. It makes sense if it's him. Look, this guy seems to be heading towards the tyrant. Let me go, this guy isn't going to challenge the tyrant, is he? Challenge a tyrant? Haha, let's see how he dies. Dimensional Chosen, only I know Saitama is the strongest. Author, Mung Garden. Chapter 87. Tyrant. It is almost the most powerful monster in the Canyon of Kings. Only the Shadow Master, Baron, can compare with it. Under normal circumstances, if you want to kill the Dark Tyrant, at least all members of the team must come together. Someone needs to be responsible for the damage, and someone must be responsible for the output. This is still a great team. Like some rubbish college teams, even if they go there they will be wiped out by the group. It is almost impossible for one person to challenge the Dark Tyrant alone. So, seeing Fang Ye walking towards the Dark Tyrant alone, the audience did not expect Fang Ye to succeed. Even the commentator said the middle laner from Wushan Academy, after getting the Red Buff, looks like he wants to challenge the tyrant. To challenge the tyrant alone, I can only say that this classmate is too confident. Although he was injured it's very high, but if you want to deal with the tyrant, damage alone is not enough. In the audience, several teachers from Wushan Academy were also frowning at this moment. What the hell is this Fang Ye doing? Why did he choose this time to challenge the tyrant? Too confident. Hearing the voices from the teachers around him, Yan Tai frowned and looked a little ugly. He couldn't understand Fang Ye's operation. According to Fang Ye's strength, there was no need to use the tyrant's increase, he could do it directly. Pushing it from the middle will put huge pressure on Dung Ai Academy. When the time comes, and cooperate with Suzuki's side, a two-pronged approach, Dung Ai Academy will soon lose. No one knows. Fang Ye went to find the tyrant not for a challenge, but for his past feelings. When he was playing King Pesticide on his mobile phone in his previous life, he had countless scuffles in order to grab the tyrant. Therefore, he was very curious about the real tyrant. In this game, Fang Ye's main goal is to become familiar with everything here. He won't start getting serious until the next game. If everyone knew what Fang Ye was thinking, he might have to vomit blood. Finally, Fang Ye came to the river in the middle of the canyon. There is water in the river, which is very shallow, reaching about Fang Ye's ankles. The water is very clean and crystal clear. Fang Ye stepped into the water, and after a few steps, he came to the tyrant. Like the tyrant in King of Pesticides, the tyrant in front of him also looks like a four-legged dragon. It's huge and very scary. Standing in front of the dark tyrant, you can feel a kind of intimidation. At this time, the dark tyrant lay in his nest with his eyes closed, seemingly sleeping. Fang Ye didn't think much, and without saying a word, he gave the opponent a fire fist very rudely. Boom! Huge flames exploded from the dark tyrant's body. The blood bar on the dark tyrant's head instantly lost 1/10. And Fang Ye's attack finally woke up the sleeping giant. Roar! The dark tyrant woke up and let out a deafening roar. Then, its pair of vertical pupils quickly locked on Fang Ye. It was the tiny human in front of it that disturbed its sleep. The dark tyrant said nothing and directly it rushed towards Fang Ye, then raised its front paw and swept it towards Fang Ye. This big guy was very fast. In the river, only the shadow of its claws could be seen. But Fang Ye was faster. Only seeing him squat down quickly, he easily dodged the dark tyrant's attack. Call! A whirlwind blew over Fang Ye's head. From this, we can see the horror of the dark tyrant's attack just now. Fang Ye's face was calm, and he was thinking silently in his heart. The dark tyrant is indeed the strongest creature in the canyon with such an attack power. Those with a constitution below 100 may not be able to withstand it. No wonder Yan Tai said that during the competition, few people paid attention to the dark tyrant can't beat it. Of course, I can beat this thing with a serious punch, but it's not necessary. We've almost finished our visit to the canyon, and it's time to end this game. At this time, seeing that the dark tyrant's sweeping blow missed Fang Ye, his huge body suddenly jumped up, and then fell heavily. Boom! The entire river was shaken. And Fang Ye was also blown up by the force of the counter-shock from the ground. Unexpectedly, this guy is the same as the one in King Pesticide, and has this trick. Fang Ye was a little surprised. After the dark tyrant knocked Fang Ye flying, he waved his claw again and swept towards Fang Ye. Although Fang Ye is very confident in his physique and is not afraid of the claws of the dark tyrant, there is no need for him to take it hard. Puff! Fang Ye, who was in mid-air, suddenly burst out a large amount of flames from his hands. Then, Fang Ye pushed all the huge flames towards the face of the dark tyrant. Seeing the flames all over the sky, the dark tyrant was startled. He quickly stopped attacking Fang Ye and retreated directly. Fang Ye took this opportunity to quickly distance himself from the dark tyrant and retreated into the darkness. Sure enough, as I suspected, the monsters in the wild area in the canyon have a certain degree of intelligence and know how to avoid player attacks. Fang Ye took one last look at the dark tyrant, turned around and left the river. When the flames disappeared, the dark tyrant could not find Fang Ye, and he suddenly let out an unwilling roar. Roar! The roar was like thunder, and it almost spread throughout the entire canyon. However, the dark tyrant obediently returned to his nest, then lay down and prepared to continue sleeping. Although it has certain wisdom, it cannot leave its nest too far. And the settings in King Pesticide are the same. Outside world. Although the fight between Fanya and the Dark Tyrant was only 2 short moves, but it still makes countless viewers hooked. I lost it? This kid is really awesome, he actually ran away. After watching the game for so long, this is the first time I have seen someone survive the attack of the Dark Tyrant. That was a handsome move just now. Guy, I like it. Is your brain sick? Why do you still want to provoke the Dark Tyrant when you know you are no match? I don't understand this operation either. I can only say that if you have strength, you will be willful. Fanya has returned to the middle road. Next. He was already planning to end the game. As Fanya became serious, the young man playing with a slingshot in the middle was quickly killed by Fanya over the tower, and the second tower was also quickly destroyed by Fanya. At this time, Fanya already had 5 kills on his record. Then, he gained momentum and took down the Highland Tower in the middle. Seeing that Fanya was about to threaten the crystal at home, the Dong Ai Academy on the other side finally panicked and all the members immediately went home to defend themselves. Dimensional Chosen, only I know Saitama is the strongest. Author, Mungbean Garden. Chapter 88. In the audience. Seeing that Fanya finally took the competition seriously, and was so unstoppable that he directly broke through the high ground, most of the audience also followed suit with serious expressions. The new middle laner from Wushan Academy finally took the game seriously. He was indeed a powerful player, and he even pushed 2 towers in a row. The commentator loudly said, now Dong Ai Academy is in trouble. Next is a key team battle that determines the outcome of both sides. If other members of Wushan Academy provide timely support, Dong Ai Academy may lose. The audience can no longer hear what the commentator is saying at this moment. They are all watching carefully, not wanting to miss any scenes. Several teachers and leaders from Wushan Academy are also watching carefully. Especially Wang Liang, staring intently. Fanya in the reflection frowned. Principal, what I said before is this kid. You have seen his performance. With his strength, if a trap is set, it is still very possible to kill Zhao Fushan and the others, and it was in the forbidden area number 3. Here, like Zhao Fushan, he takes on zombie killing missions, and even the plan is the same. Wang Liang gritted his teeth and said to a middle-aged man next to him. Although he kept his job this time, he also paid a huge price and was even given a serious demerit by the school. If there is even the slightest mistake again, what awaits Wang Liang? I'm afraid it's not as simple as losing his job. Therefore, Wang Liang hated Fanya, the object of suspicion. The more he thought about it, the more he felt that it was Fanya and that woman who killed Zhao Fushan and the others. Because, only Wang Liang knew, in addition to the plan to kill zombies, Zhao Fushan and others also took over a task from him, which will inevitably conflict with Fanya. The middle-aged man next to Wang Liang is the vice principal of Wushan College. After hearing this, the vice president, the principal's face was serious and he looked at Fanya seriously, but he didn't say anything. As a leader, of course he would not make casual comments. In the backstage lounge, countless students are also watching this game. At this time, these students all look serious. Fanya's performance made them wary. I really didn't expect that there is such a master in a small pheasant university. The person who spoke was a girl in the lounge of Beijing University. A boy answered the conversation and said in a disdainful tone, he's just a lucky boy who got some strength by luck. Lucky? Another boy sneered, how lucky are you to get 2 of the highest task ratings, Zhou Yan, are you lucky enough to show me one? The boy named Zhou Yan's face suddenly darkened. Wang Wei, what do you mean? It doesn't mean anything, I just want you not to underestimate anyone. Okay, you two shut up, the girl from before spoke again. Although the 2 boys were still a little dissatisfied, they still shut up. It can be seen that this girl has the highest status among them and is convinced by everyone. Captain, I heard from others that there were 2 seed students in the Martial God Academy in the Forbidden Area number 3. It is very possible that they fell into the hands of this person. Oh. It seems that this guy will be our strong enemy. Zhou Yan said. Captain, are you being serious? I admit that this guy has 2 skills, but his teammates are all things that can't be held up by mud. Only the archer is worth mentioning. This is a team battle. Just 1 or 2 people can't make a difference. Hearing this, the girl looked at Zhou Yan with a smile but not a smile, and said, okay, if we encounter Wusheng Academy later, the middle road will be left to you. Zhou Yan's face twitched, but he still showed off his strength and said, okay, leave this kid to me. Similar conversations among other students also appearing. Facing Deng Ai College, Fang Ye's strong performance made these students really take it seriously. In the canyon, when Fang Ye pushed down the Highland Tower in the middle road, Deng Ai Academy immediately felt like it was facing a formidable enemy. The middle lane is almost unbearable. Everyone, go home immediately and defend the crystal, Lu Zhenqi ordered loudly. Those teammates also knew that the situation was urgent and went home one after another. As soon as they retreated, Wusheng Academy would be able to see them. However, Suzuki did not take this opportunity to push down the tower. Fang Ye, does she push to the high ground in the middle? Why is she still pushing the tower with all her strength? Is she out of her mind? Everyone on the opposite side has gone home, and everyone immediately heads to the middle road to support Fang Ye. Suzuki also issued the order. After hearing the words, the others gathered in the middle. Everyone agreed with Suzuki's order. In fact, they did not expect that Fang Ye was so powerful that he almost defeated the opponent by himself. As for Fang Ye himself, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether he comes to support or not. He already has 6 heads in his current record, he gave it away again when he was guarding the high ground in the middle of the opposite lane. As long as he gets 1 more head, he will be defeated. It didn't affect him getting the Super God achievement. Soon, the troops from both sides gathered and formed a formation on the high ground. Don't go out, the crystal has high attack power, let's fight close to the crystal. Lu Zhenqi, the captain on the opposite side, encouraged, as long as we beat them once, we will still have a chance to make a comeback. At Wusheng Academy, Suzuki is also boosting morale. It's the last wave. Don't let your guard down. As long as we win this wave, we will win this game. Shennan, Lu Qiangsheng, and Zheng Bing, when the army line comes, you 3, go up immediately and don't let the opponent have a chance to clear the army line. Fang Ye, you are responsible for dealing with the enemy, and I am responsible for attacking the crystal. Everyone had no objections to Suzuki's tactics and applauded loudly. This is also the most suitable tactic for everyone. Fang Ye smiled and glanced at Suzuki with some appreciation in his eyes. Although the tactics were simple, they made everyone's the advantages were fully utilized. For Suzuki, who was playing the game for the first time, such a performance was already very good. After a while, the mechanical soldiers finally appeared. Superior! Suzuki immediately said loudly. After hearing the words, everyone rushed towards the crystal. Zhao Shennan rushed the fastest. Although this girl is strong, she is actually very afraid of death. All the attribute points obtained in the Forbidden Areas number 2 and number 3 are increased. In terms of physique, she is the roughest and thickest among the people. Of course, she can't compare with Fang Ye. At this moment, she took the lead and rushed into the crystal's cordon range, resisting the crystal's attack. On the other side, there were also early just stand ready and attack immediately when you see the enemy coming. Hold on, clear the troop line first. Fight towards the mechanical soldiers. Lu Zhenqi shouted. A battle started immediately. Fang Ye also followed suit. Call! Call! The sounds of breaking through the air were heard one after another. That was Fang Ye's Fire Fist attack. Basically, it was a one-hit move for a kid. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Dimensional Chosen, only I know Saitama is the strongest. Author, Mung Garden. Chapter 89. Actually, as long as you are discerning, everybody can see it. Dung Ai Academy's defeat has been determined for a long time. As expected. In the final wave of decisive battles, with Fang Ye's action, Dung Ai Academy collapsed at a very fast speed. Contestant Fang Ye single-killed contestant Han Li. Contestant Fang Ye double-killed contestant Lu Zhenqi. Contestant Fang Ye killed contestant Li Mingliang 3 times. Contestant Fang Ye killed contestant Shen Lian 4 times. Contestant Fang Ye killed contestant Li Hui 5 times. The last wave. Fang Ye immediately scored 5 kills. His damage is really too high, coupled with the red buff increase, the Fire Fist's damage has reached a very terrifying level, basically anyone who touches it will die. The 5 Dung Ai team members on the opposite side were all killed by his Fire Fist. On Fang Ye's side, only one Zhao Shennan died. Still resisting the tower and resisting death. As the 5 people on the opposite side died tragically, the crystal was left unprotected and was quickly destroyed by the Wushan Academy. Boom! With an explosion, the crystal cracked, which also meant that Wushan Academy had won. Congratulations to Wushan Academy. Won the game and successfully advanced to the next round. Outside. The host announced the result of the game loudly. All the audience also spontaneously applauded. The whole audience burst into warm applause. It's not that the game just now was so exciting. As long as it was too unexpected. Originally, the audience all believed that Wushan College would definitely lose against Dung Ai College. After all, Dung Ai College is still a second-rate university and has a name. And what about Wushan College? Pheasant University. You can get into it if you pay money. In previous years, the freshmen of the university they were all at the bottom. Unexpectedly, the result of this competition was that Wushan Academy counterattacked and overthrew Dung Ai Academy. 1. I really didn't expect that Martial Saint Academy actually won. The victory of Wushan Academy in this game depends entirely on the middle. That's right, if the middle laner wasn't too strong, we would still have to fight. If you look at the results of both sides, Wushan Academy got a total of 10 kills. In the middle alone, one person got 9 kills. It's really amazing. In fact, the shooter girl is not bad, and her strength is not weak, but her light is overshadowed by the slut in the middle. Wushan Academy found this new student from nowhere, it's really a treasure. I am now looking forward to how far Wushan Academy can go in this competition. If I had known earlier, I should have bought the one won by Martial Saint Academy in the first game, paying 5 for 1. What a big loss. The entrance to the canyon. All 5 members of the Martial Saint Academy have been teleported back. Hearing the applause outside, Zhao Shennan and others couldn't help but cheer. We won. We really won. It is not easy for them to win a game. Suzuki looked at her teammates with a smile and did not stop their cheers. Then, she looked at Fang Ye. Suzuki knew that they could win this game. It all depends on this man. At this time, the 3 people who were cheering suddenly stopped. They looked at Fang Ye and Suzuki, and suddenly they had a tacit understanding and bowed to the 3 people. Thank you, Captain, thank you, Fang Ye, if it weren't for you, we would definitely not have won this game. Yes. The main credit belongs to you, and we all take advantage of it. I heard that our Wushan Academy has never won a freshman competition. Thank you both for allowing us to win this honor. Hearing this, Suzuki quickly said, what are you doing? We are a team, why should we be divided between you and me? Fang Ye also followed, put this one away first. When we win the national championship, it won't be too late to do this again. I won't stop you then. Hearing Fang Ye's words, several people were a little surprised. They never expected that Fang Ye's ambition was so big, and his goal was to be the national champion. This is something they couldn't even imagine. Okay, don't stand here anymore, let's go back and talk about it, Suzuki said. Everyone nodded and walked to the lounge together. Walking on the road, Suzuki quietly came to Fang Ye and asked in a low voice, "National champion? Are you serious? What do you think?" Fang Ye also responded in a low voice. Suzuki thought for a while and said with a smile, "I definitely think others are bragging, but if you say it, I think it is somewhat possible. How about handing over the command to you next, Fang?" Ye shook his head. "No need for the time being. When I really meet an opponent, I will take over your command." Okay. Suzuki agreed wholeheartedly. She didn't care at all about Fang Ye seizing power. Ding dong. While the two were talking, Fang Ye's cell phone received a message. He opened it and saw that it was from Yantai. "Well done, keep up the good work." Fang Ye was very calm and did not reply. "Who sent you the message?" Suzuki asked curiously. "It's Lao Yan," Fang Ye replied. As soon as he finished speaking, Fang Ye's cell phone rang again, and another message came in. This time it was an unfamiliar number. "Brother Fang Ye, you are so handsome just now, keep up the good work." This tone made it look like she was a girl. Suzuki was next to Fang Ye at the moment and happened to see this text message. Snort. She snorted coldly and walked forward quickly to follow her teammates. Fang Ye was very confused. He didn't know who this strange number was at all. Looking at the look of this girl Suzuki, she was obviously jealous. Fang Ye, he smiled and followed. When they returned to the lounge, their teammates found that their captain looked a little unhappy and looked unhappy. This made everyone a little confused. What happened? He was fine just now. Why? Suddenly unhappy? The team members felt a little baffled, but they didn't dare to ask Suzuki. After this game, Suzuki's prestige was established. Except for Fang Ye, others didn't dare to treat Suzuki normally. Even his roommate Zhao Shennan was like this. Seeing Suzuki's sulky look, Fang Ye felt that he should explain it to this girl. Otherwise, it would not be good to play with a bad temper in the next game. He is very natural. When he came to Suzuki, he directly handed over his mobile phone. "What?" Suzuki was stunned. Fang Ye shrugged and said, "There are some strange text messages that I don't know how to reply to. Please help me reply." Suzuki knew what Fang Ye meant, and couldn't help but roll her eyes at Fang Ye, but in her heart, she was very happy. The face that had been straight just now finally showed a smile again. Seeing Fang Ye, he had to sigh. This woman's face changed. As expected, it was as fast as flipping through a book. At the same time, Fang Ye was also very surprised. Who was the person who sent him such a text message? Dimensional Chosen, only I know Saitama is the strongest. Author, Mungbean Garden. Chapter 90. This is a national freshman competition. There are a total of 160 participating colleges and universities. 4 p.m. When the first round of competition ended, half of the schools were eliminated. The remaining half will naturally advance successfully. Wushan Academy. Also on the promoted list. This is the end of the first day of competition. The second round of promotion competition will begin tomorrow. That night, everyone returned to the hotel. Several teachers and leaders from Wushan Academy seemed particularly happy. They pulled Fang Ye and others along and praised them for a long time. It's okay not to be happy. In previous years, Wushan Academy has always been eliminated in the first round and has never persisted past the second round. This year is the first of its kind. Those of them who are teachers also benefit from it. When they return to school, the school governor will definitely reward them. In the happy mood, several teachers couldn't help but drink a few more drinks tonight, and they were all drunk. Fortunately, Fanya and the others still have a game tomorrow. Otherwise, the teacher also wanted to drag them to drink together, and return to the room. Fanya was getting ready to sleep. Suddenly, his cell phone rang. It's a text message. The person who sent him text messages was still the same unknown number from during the day. Brother Fanya, come on tomorrow. Fanya was slightly startled when he saw the text message. Then he immediately called back. He wanted to see who this person was. The number you dialed is temporarily unavailable. Obviously, the other party has set up to reject calls. Fanya frowned and then sent back a message. Who are you? The message showed that the other party had read it. But the other party did not reply. Fanya waited for a while and simply ignored it. No matter who the other party was. Since he did not answer the phone or reply to the message, Fanya treated it as spam. Then, Fanya washed up and lay on the bed playing with his mobile phone. He opened the short video app and found that there were many videos of today's game on the app. Fanya even saw the game of his own game. That was Hedong in the finals of the Academy of Art. He used one move every second to destroy the opponent and get the pentakill. This video currently has hundreds of millions of views and more than 1 million likes. There are hundreds of thousands of comments. Damn it! This kid is so fierce that he can instantly kill anyone when he sees him, including 5 kills. The garbage Martial Saint Academy, when did it ever have such a talent? It seems that Wushan Academy is going to make a comeback this year. The stupid Martial Saint Academy caused me to lose 5,000 yuan, and I lost all my salary this month. Ha ha ha, I bet 500 on Wushan Academy to win, and I lost 5-1, making a net profit of 2,000. Seeing these comments, Fanya suddenly remembered that in the first round of betting, he also bet on Wushan Academy. Not much. Only 200,000. According to the odds, 1 million should be received by now. It's not that Fanya is timid and doesn't dare to go all in. The main reason was that he was afraid that the website was irregular and would hack his money. Fang Ye immediately logged into the betting website, and sure enough, he saw that there were more than 900,000, tens of thousands of withdrawals, in the account. Without saying anything, he chose to withdraw cash. Not only did this website not hack his money, it was also very efficient. Half an hour later, Fanya received a text message from the bank, notifying him that more than 900,000 yuan had been credited to his personal account. Including the previous money, Fanya's money on hand is almost 2 million less. Just a simple bet has nearly doubled my net worth. It is no exaggeration to say that I became rich overnight. Gambling is indeed easy to get addicted to. Fang Ye sighed and then put down his phone. What he is pursuing now is strength. Just enough money. Any more is just a number. Therefore, Fanya will not be addicted to gambling. The next day, 9 in the morning. The second knockout round begins. Please take the stage to draw lots to decide your opponent, captains of participating teams. In the venue, the host announced loudly. Suzuki followed the captains to the stage and lined up to draw his opponent. After a while, the results of the draw came out. Tunmun University vs Kailan College. Hongguan College vs Jinzhou University. Blue Wing College vs Kyungsone University. Martial God Academy vs Martial Saint Academy. See the results of the draw. Many viewers were in an uproar and talked a lot. Blue Wing College actually met Capital University in the second round. What bad luck. Yes. The freshmen of Blue Wing Academy are very good this year. They were expected to make it into the top 10, but they didn't expect that they would face Kyungsone University in the second round. Is Jingchen University so powerful? Nonsense. Jingchen University is almost as famous as Martial God College. They are both among the best schools in the country, but they are not as high profile as Martial God College. Speaking of Martial Arts Academy, his opponent seems to be the Martial Arts Academy with 5 kills. Ha ha ha, this is going to be a tragedy for Wushan Academy. I guess their school leaders' hearts dropped when they saw the lottery results, right? Not necessarily. I heard that this year's freshmen at Martial Arts Academy lost 2 generals in the Forbidden Area number 3, and their strength is not as good as in previous years. No matter how many generals are lost, Wushan College is still the number 1 prestigious school in the country, with a profound foundation that cannot be compared to Wushan College. Haha, I really like to see it. The kid who got 5 kills in the last round was too arrogant. This time, let Wushan Academy teach him how to behave. I didn't expect that Martial Saint Academy's luck would be so bad. It's such a pity that it can't compete with Blue Wing Academy. The game is about to begin, watch the game. Countless spectators were talking about it. After seeing the results of the lottery, the teachers and leaders of Wushan Academy all turned pale and their hearts felt cold. Why are you so unlucky? Winning the Martial Arts Academy in the second round. The dean's face was ugly. Hearing the dean's words, the other teachers also looked sad and regretful. This year we finally produced 2 good seeds, and there was hope of reaching the top 10. Unexpectedly. Well. Suzuki-u, this kid, has too many hands, right? Teacher Zhang, don't say this nonsense. If it reaches the children's ears, won't it force them to leave? Although I have great confidence in our students, our opponent is Wushan Academy, I'm afraid we can only stop in the second round. It's such a pity to have such an opportunity this year. Hearing the various pessimistic words coming from his ears, Yan Tai frowned tightly with an ugly face. He subconsciously looked towards the auditorium of Wushan Academy and happened to see Wang Liang. Wang Liang at this time, is looking at Yan Tai provocatively with a proud look. There is a sneer of a winner on his face.